Why does your face turn red the second you wish you could disappear? The answer is not just embarrassment, and it is stranger than warm cheeks. In 1872, Charles Darwin called blushing the most peculiar and most human expression. Remember that word human, because your body is doing something no lie detector can do. It is exposing your social fear in blood. A blush feels small, a stupid moment at dinner, a compliment you were not ready for, your name called in a quiet room. Then your face lights up like it has betrayed the rest of you. And that is the first disturbing part. You do not choose it. You cannot command it to stop. And the harder you try to hide it, the brighter it can become. But why would your body design that? Why place an emotional emergency flare on the one body part everyone stares at? That sounds like terrible engineering, unless the point was never to hide you. The obvious answer is that you blush because you are embarrassed. That sounds right. You mess up, you feel shame, your cheeks go red, case closed. Here's the problem with that. You can go red from running. You can go red from heat. You can go red from alcohol, fever, anger, or spicy food. But a real blush is different. It is not just your body overheating. It is your body reacting to being seen. That difference matters because you can blush when nothing bad happened. You can blush from praise. You can blush while flirting. You can blush when someone thanks you too intensely. You can even blush alone years later, remembering one awful sentence. So wait, if nobody is watching, why does the blood still come? Hold that thought. That ghost audience comes back later. First, the machinery. Under your face is a dense network of tiny blood vessels. When they widen, more blood moves near the surface. Your skin turns pink, red, or patchy. Your ears, neck, and upper chest can join in too. The strange part is the switch. Blushing is tied to your sympathetic nervous system. That is the same broad emergency system involved when you panic, sweat, or jolt awake. It is the alarm wiring. But instead of only tightening vessels, your face can open them. Your body basically pulls the fire alarm, then paints the alarm on your cheeks. That is weird. Most alarms are private. This one has a billboard. And your face is the perfect billboard. It is exposed, it is central. It is where eyes go first. Your species lost most facial fur, so a tiny change in blood flow becomes public information. Darwin noticed this. He studied emotional expressions across cultures, and blushing bothered him because it seemed useless. Animals bare teeth, puff up, growl, flee. Those signals make sense. But turning red because someone noticed you? That felt almost absurd. Here's where the first layer breaks. A blush is not mainly about the mistake, it is about the audience. Your brain is asking one brutal question. What do they think of me now? That is why blushing is linked to self-conscious emotions. Shame, embarrassment, modesty, social anxiety, even pride, when attention lands too sharply. These emotions need a mirror, not a glass mirror, another mind. A toddler does not fully blush like an adult from social embarrassment right away. Self-conscious emotions develop as you learn that you are an object in other minds. You learn that you can be judged. You learn that yourself has a public version. Then the red switch becomes possible. And now it gets worse. Your brain does not need a real crowd, it can build one. Think about a memory that attacks you at midnight. You said something weird 7 years ago. Nobody else remembers it. No court exists, no audience is present. But your face still warms. That is not random. Your brain is replaying the social room. It rebuilds the eyes. It rebuilds the silence. It rebuilds the version of you that got exposed. The ghost audience is enough. So the second layer is this. Blushing begins when your private self collides with your public self. It is the feeling of being caught existing. But why would evolution keep that? Wouldn't the better survival strategy be a perfect poker face? If you spill soup on a king, why help everyone notice? Here's the twist. A blush might not be a weakness. It might be a receipt. When you blush after a mistake, your face says something your mouth might not prove. It says you know the rule. It says you care that you broke it. It says you are not shameless. And in a social species, that can save you. Researchers have found that embarrassment displays can make you seem more trustworthy, cooperative, and forgivable. A blush can work like a visible apology before words arrive. Not always, not magically, but often enough to matter. Imagine a group around a fire. You steal food and stare calmly. That is dangerous. You steal food, panic, lower your gaze, and flush. That is still bad, but it tells the group you can feel pressure. You can be corrected. You still belong. That is the third layer. Your blush may be a social repair signal. It is costly because you cannot fully fake it. That makes it harder to dismiss. A rehearsed apology can be theater. A sudden red face is harder to counterfeit. And yes, people can misread it. A blush is not a truth machine. It does not prove guilt. It does not prove attraction. It does not prove you lied. That is important, because the same red flare can mean several things. It can mean I am ashamed. It can mean I am excited. It can mean I am overwhelmed. It can mean please stop looking at me. The body uses one red pen for too many notes. So here's the full answer. You blush because your brain detects that your social self is exposed. Then your autonomic nervous system widens blood vessels in your face. The red skin becomes an involuntary signal. It tells the room that their judgment matters to you, not because you are weak, because belonging once kept you alive. That is why the word human mattered. Blushing is not just blood moving. It is reputation becoming visible. It is your nervous system writing, please do not exile me across your face. But here's the part nobody talks about. Once you know blushing can expose you, you can start fearing the blush itself. And that fear can trigger more blushing. This is the cruel loop. You feel heat in your cheeks. You think everyone sees it. That thought makes your alarm system fire harder. More blood comes. Now you are not embarrassed by the moment. You are embarrassed by your own face. There's even a name for intense fear of blushing. Erythrophobia. For some people, it can shrink life down to avoidance. No presentations, no dates, no meetings, no bright rooms. No place where the face might become evidence. In severe cases, some people have undergone surgery on sympathetic nerves to reduce facial blushing. One procedure is called endoscopic thoracic sympathectomy. It can help some patients, but it can also cause side effects, including heavy compensatory sweating. The alarm gets quieter in one place, then screams somewhere else. That detail is almost too perfect. You try to silence the red flag, the body raises another one. And this is where blushing becomes darker than embarrassment. It shows that you do not carry only your own thoughts. You carry other people inside your nervous system. Their imagined opinions can change your blood flow. A memory can open vessels. A future conversation can heat your skin before it happens. Your face is not only reacting to the world, it is reacting to the world you think is watching. That is why telling someone not to blush is useless. It is like telling a smoke alarm not to hear smoke. The command becomes more smoke. The attention becomes fuel. The face gets louder. The gentler truth is that blushing is often a sign you are socially alive. You can feel the room. You can sense the rules. You can care about your impact. That does not make the feeling pleasant, but it makes it deeply human. A blush is your body admitting you want to belong, even when you pretend you do not. So the next time your cheeks burn, remember what is really happening. Your blood is not betraying a secret. It is confessing a need. You are built to be seen and terrified of being seen wrong. That may be the most human thing about you. Your face can turn into a wound made of attention. And that connects to something even stranger. Why do your most embarrassing memories attack you right before sleep? If this scratched the right part of your brain, subscribe to Mind Itch, a new question every single day.